So I guess another question for you, Salem, since we're just kind of running around and cave spelunking here. Um, so looking back on the challenge from the old days, which I know had its pros and cons, had its frustrations, but also its sense of reward when you had that victory. How do you feel about like the game? It's significantly easier to do things now. It's a lot more casual friendly. How do you feel about that in comparison to the like brutal state from the old days?
I mean, let's be honest, I didn't think I got that far in the game, despite playing it for a little bit, just simply because of the fact you had to wait to find parties and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it is a welcome change. I mean, obviously, the hardcore gamer, I think they'll still appreciate it. It's just, uh,
Hmm.
it's still, I think it's more a nostalgia factor than anything else.
Yeah. And the fact is, too, none of us are getting younger, too. I mean, we have jobs, we have
Uh,
responsibilities. Like, we don't have the time that we used to have to dedicate to being on a game for several hours, right?
and I think like I only realized the comparisons and why FF11 was the way it is because only after I played like Dungeons and Dragons later in life. Because Final Fantasy had its origins in Dungeons and Dragons. It was
Yep.
loosely based off Dungeons and Dragons, and you'll even see a lot of references in the game
Hmm.
in some ways. Like even the weapon naming system, where it's like +1, +2. The fact that you die, you lose a level,
Yeah.
which is very normal in the Dungeons and Dragons setting.
Yeah.
I think again, even similarly, the 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 difficulty is quite
Hmm.
similar as well too.
Yeah. 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 And I mean, I know me personally. Do I sometimes miss the challenge from the old days and the group focus, like having? Yeah, absolutely, I do. I think back to like old link shells I used to be in, people I used to play with, and I have those memories of spending a couple of hours prepping for a big mission and going in, and sometimes you made it, and sometimes you got your asses handed to you. And from an emotional point of view, I kind of miss that feeling, that camaraderie, that urgency, that we might not come out of this on top. We might make all this prep and lose all this EXP, and it really felt urgent. And I mean, it was almost like gambling in a way, like
It's like
high
I've never
stakes.
played a game where a group of bats scared me more than an end boss in another game.
Yeah.
It's like time to
Yeah.
get my invisibility on, time to get deodorant on, to get all these other, so I don't get murdered. Just trying to get to a spot where we can
Yeah.
actually level.
Yeah, exactly. And like I'm finding too, like even because I'm doing a dedicated Let's Play series, I'm grateful for how it is now. Do I miss certain things like I was saying? Absolutely. But when I look at it logically, I just don't have the time that I used to have to dedicate to it. Because like if you look at my series, I mean, other than the short hiatus we had to take a little while ago, um, I post videos pretty consistently, so it probably looks like I do nothing but play this game all the time. But to be fair, I'll have my times where I'll sit down and I'll do tons of recording, tons of editing over a few days. And then there's times where I won't even jump on the game for a month or two just to take a little break, but I've still got content to make videos. And it's because this game is so much more solo friendly now that I can actually do stuff like that. I wouldn't have dared to do a Let's Play series back in the old days. Like that would have been brutal. Like, having to depend on people for things and, you know, the death penalties and just everything. Like, I think that would have been a very disheartening experience back in the day.
I don't think anybody would be able to really pull off a significant, let's play if that was the situation.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of videos from the old days of people doing like, oh, here's me doing my mat fight, or here's me doing this. But I don't recall seeing a lot of dedicated like story Let's Plays back then. But
Well,
then again, I really wasn't looking for them either, but I don't recall seeing a lot of them. Because I think
I would almost argue that like FF11 is like in a sense the true spirit of what an MMO should be. Like you look at WoW and others, like I mean they're all great MMO. Play WoW a lot, but it's like you almost could play WoW without playing with anybody. Like you're not forced to party with anybody at all until you like get into dungeons and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could PvE a good chunk of it till you get to endgame if you wanted to.
Well, that game's been scaled back and been made a lot easier too, eh? Like I never really got into WoW myself, but I've heard that one's kind of scaled back on the difficulty as well too, eh?
Yeah, but I mean that's what we're seeing right now, right? Like I mean, MMOs are trying to maintain and make themselves relevant, but they're just basically turning into a video game where you really don't even have to play with anybody online, but you pay a subscription. So you know what I'm saying? Like the whole point of an MMO is to actually interact with people, and that's what I love about 11, where it's like you're actually forced to do it so you can survive.
Yeah.
And I know some people really don't like that, and you know, to each their own. But I mean, that's kind of the point of an MMO.
Yeah.
But regardless, you know, I think MMOs are a certain breed that isn't as strong as it may be a couple of years from now. Maybe they'll reinvent the MMO, but I mean, like WoW's doing amazing. I mean, FF11's having a resurgence of some sorts, and FF14's doing not bad, but it wasn't as it used to be like 10 years ago.
Well, the thing I love about the FF11 story is that even the devs didn't expect it. Like, I think they made the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel story, which was supposed to be the final story. And, you know, there's a whole slew of endgame content where people do still group up for those. That's where a lot of the group stuff happens now. Because a lot of people have moved on from the, you know, like lower end content that you and I are coming back and enjoying. I'm seeing story that I never got to see back in the old days. That's like, you know, yesterday's news for a lot of other players. And like the devs expected the game to die out, and the player base, they're just refusing to let it die.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, you know. People, there's still, yeah, like you said, it's not the actual like community and player base. It's a far cry from what it used to be, but there's still a lot of people that are coming back. You do get a lot of people that come and go, but okay, I think this is our spot here. But yeah, no, it's got an interesting history, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trade this dark steel ingot, and I think we're gonna be fighting an evil weapon. You sense a foul. Yeah, there we go. Nice thing is this guy's Arcana, and we're both Arcana killers. So we might end up actually intimidating the hell out of this guy. You've got Thief subbed, eh? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow, this guy's actually getting me into the yellow here. Well, break out some spells. Yeah, you want damage? There's some damage for you. I wasn't expecting this guy to get me down in the red here, but here we are. There, good finish.
You find a Gerwitz's axe. Do we have to do it again, or is it just for one?
I thought we only needed the one. So we traded the Darksteel ingot, and we spawned Gerwitz's axe. Kill Gerwitz's axe, and it will drop the item. After obtaining the axe, take the South Passage in H9, which climbs upwards. Yeah, only one is needed per group. So I'm going to go ahead and lot on the axe, just because I'm the one recording. And if you want to pass on it, and then it looks like we got to do some other stuff while we're here too. Hello, bunnies. I got to patch myself up here if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm just going to kill things.
I'm just doing a little bit of vampiric activity over here. I do have Moogle and Soccer out for refresh and regen too. Yeah, Sakura does HP regen and Moogle does MP refresh. After obtaining the axe, we have to take the South Passage and in H9, which climbs upward, and then head to H11, H12. So let's head south first. Forewarning, if you ever have to come here with truss, make sure you check on your truss. They can get stuck on some of the rocks and stuff.
Fair point.
Yeah. I was working on a quest for Paladin, and I went to fight something, and my entire trust party was gone, and I didn't realize it till I started fighting.
Bud's Bunny.
Yeah, those guys are really high level. Do not attack them.
And I will...
Yeah, those things will kick the shit out of us, and they link too. After you finish climbing, head all the way south to the hole at H11/H12.
Yeah, that's it right here.
No, it's further south. Not that one. It's further down this tunnel here. And then we have to drop down a hole over here. Just to make sure we don't have any setbacks, I'm going to go ahead and summon Kupipi here. Just to be safe. Because we are both playing Dark right now, so we don't really have any dedicated tank defense. Go slightly northeast to the path at I-11, and you'll find yourself at J8 of the third map. And nothing... Oh, wait, stop. Oh, gosh. Are these guys actually aggressive? Holy shit. Okay. I'm definitely summoning a tank. Okay, we're gonna beef up here just to be safe. Trust. Go with the big guns. Shen Toto 2. And, Koromoro for refresh for Trion and Kupipi. Okay, let's...
Avel.
These guys aggro, the beetles aggro by sight. One moment here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna give you a few prism powders here. We'll just throw up invisible. I'm almost wondering if the windower is incorrect on that, because this beetle literally wandered right over to us and didn't attack us, so... Because
let's not find out, shall we?
Yeah, I agree. We'll just play it safe. I mean, we could probably take one with all the trusts I have out, but if we had like a few of them jump in, that would be a problem. So we're going to find ourselves on J8 of the next map, and then we have to follow the path to H is in Hotel 8, hugging the left wall if we don't have a map for reference. Thankfully, I do have a map. And then the next thing we'll be fighting is Gerwitz's sword by trading the axe item. So, okay, I see. So that's why we only need the one axe, is because as long as somebody trades it and spawns the NM, then whoever's in the group will still get credit. So I guess my final question for you, since we're talking FF11 nostalgia and stuff, how does it feel to be back after all these years?
Well, it's refreshing to be back, just to see that not much actually has changed, and what's changed has actually been really convenient in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it allows me to achieve things in this game that I couldn't before.
Yep, for sure. And it's very casual friendly now, too. I mean, you could jump on for an hour or two and still feel like you accomplished something.
You still need a guide to help you.
Yeah, this game is very bad for that, where you are basically cuddling the guide the entire time that you're playing it.
Now this ancient bat, does it pull?
He's back in the 20s, so I think we're more or less back in a safe area now, but we'll keep Invis up just in case here.
Yeah, 2 weeks to be worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah, they threw in a lot of kind of surprise areas like that. Spawn Gerwitz's sword by trading Gerwitz's axe to the question mark.
It's right over here.
Oh, I see. We went right by it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right, I will come over and...
Oh yeah, you can't see me, can you?
All right, I see it. Yeah, once you drop invisible there, I'll trade the axe.
Oh, you want me to drop it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be doing another fight here. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. You sense a foul presence. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Arcane Circle up so that our trusts are also getting the Arcane Killer effect too. Oh yeah, we're killing this guy quick. I mean, I did bring Shantoto 2 out, so that's a given. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lot on Gerwitz's sword. The final question mark is just a bit further south at H10 on the same map. So the next boss we have to fight is Gerwitz's soul, and we're going to be trading the Gerwitz's sword to get him to spawn, and he's a ghost notorious monster.
And what the hell's that over there?
Oh, we got Malboros in here.
Oh, they're too weak to be worthwhile.
Yeah. Okay, so H10. Bigger area. Let's find that that question mark. The tab game. Assuming you're using a keyboard, of course. Oh,
Yeah.
Found it. Okay, and I'm trading the sword now. Alright, let's put this Gerwitz guy to rest. Undead, the bane of the Dark Knight's existence. Right up there with accuracy. Are you doing trick attack behind me?
Yeah.
That's okay, I was kind of sort of tanking anyway. Funny enough, I think your absorb stat spells, do they... No, I guess... No, I guess they wouldn't. Oh, the absorb accuracy works on the undead. That's cool. You don't have absorb accuracy, eh?
Yeah.
Little weapon bash. Throw up a little bit of damage buffs here, too. I really got to get my macros moved over to my new computer tower. This is kind of painful. How are you liking Dark/Thief as a combo?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, being able to sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack. It's always fun.
Oh yeah. Sucks when you miss, but when you land that hit with a scythe or a greatsword, you do some decent damage. Long have I waited. I will tell all.
Okay, well you're dead now, so...
Tell all what? Okay, so now we have to leave through the exit over here to get a cutscene and receive our reward. My spirit was imprisoned in darkness, but you have released it. I am called Gerwitz, and you have my thanks. You will certainly help stop the blade of the dark god that wanders the crystal line and yearns to shed new blood. The weapons I wrought are now far from my formless hands, and have gained a will of their own. I forged the axe and sword that you defeated. But my scythe has left this land and seeks even greater power. Should it find it, I fear for the lives of many. My soul cannot rest if things are left like this. Is that really what's keeping you here, Gerwitz? You mean that the weapon gained a will of its own here in Ordelle all by itself? Zaid, how wise you have become. I hid myself when I felt you were near, but it seems you know everything. You're right, Zaid. I wanted my soul to migrate, but the fear of losing these memories was too great. And that's why you abandoned the path. No, that is not all. There are too few who can work with dark steel. All my work was in vain. I began to hate even Raugrim the Tailkeeper. I could not accept, however, one must lose all memory when they transmigrate over and over again, while only he inherited their memories. My feelings turned to a deep loathing that refused to leave this world even after my departure. Your soul no longer knows time. You cannot have known that Raugrim is dead. After all, things are different now. They say this is the age of adventurers. Some even wrought things of dark steel. All you accomplished did not go to waste. So 30 years has gone by this quickly. That is right. Ours is a world full of pain and suffering, yet there is always hope. How foolish it was to become a prisoner to darkness and stop the flow of your soul's time. And I have found an heir to the ways of darkness. Ha! How you've changed, Zaid. I have absolute faith that he can shatter the blade of death. Adventurer, are you ready to stare into the face of death? Then return whence you first were recognized as a follower of darkness. Wait, Zaid, tell me this. Has the new Tailkeeper made himself known? Yes, indeed, the one who inherits all memory has come. Then tell him this. Lead our people away from the pits of fear and hatred. That would require Zaid to actually return back to town and check in with people. Adventurer, I leave you this armor of my crafting. Please, stop the blade of the Dark One. Cool. There you have it.
Awesome.
You've
I
already...
own some nice boots.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and examine you so we can show those to people. So, items we just got are the Chaos Solarettes. So, defense 10, HP 15, mind plus 5, which is kind of a useless stat for Dark, but whatever. And enhances the Arcane Circle effect. Perfect. Well, now we move on to the rest of the gear. I think we've got some coffer chest hunting on the horizon.
Yes, we do.
Yep. All right.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate this. And join us on another episode of Dragon Ball Z. No.
You're confused. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. See you all next time, folks.